In the previous video, I missed out 2 items in this room where I got a game over. The first item is here. Now in this chest was a craft item and it was steel. Okay, the other item I missed, you could see it on the other side of the screen there, was this item here. What I got in here was a pickle stone. Okay, I also missed out on a few enemies because I tried to dodge most of the encounters. These moths are pretty dangerous because they have a full screen poison, like that. Well, luckily no one got hit that time, but the poison they do induce is a 30 damage per turn poison, and it's actually, well, it's not as bad as having a poison in stage 1, but still, it's a full screen and it hurts a lot. Especially if everyone gets poisoned at the same time. Okay, this enemy here, she has a full screen ice attack, and that's about it really. She's weak to fire, so go nuts. Her ice attack does hurt a bit though, as you can see. Okay, these computer chip enemies, they are a reference from Definer Shrine Maiden, and they have a full screen paralysis. They are also immune to dark and light based attacks, so Byakuran's kinda useless if you try to attack with her. But they are weak against lightning attacks, so if you have it, use it. As you can see, I've already pretty much finished up grinding. I am ready to take on Alice now. Okay. Now, as for attacks I've learned, or skills, Sane learnt this one, and this one can cure variety status effects, or rather get rid of debuffs. And she also learnt this buff, and this buff increases magic attack for her entire party. Okay, Mako doesn't learn anything. Aya, she learnt this skill here, and this can induce sleep. If you also invest into her fan skill tree, she also gets this move. And it's a self-target, and it allows you to reflect breath attacks. Not that useful, considering her skill tree. Moving on, Sakia. She has learnt one new skill, and it's a field skill, and this skill makes it impossible to recover HP. So you can't heal, you can't regen HP. This affects both the enemy as well as your own party, so be careful when using this. Litori let 2 new attacks. You have a fire spell, which I do believe attacks in a row formation, and we have a lightning base attack, which has a small AoE. Patchouli has learnt some new attacks. She has learned Royal Flare, full screen light attack, and Silent Celine, which is a full screen but a dark element. Yeah, why not? Let's give a Royal Flare. Reimu has learned a couple couple of things. Oh no, just the one. This move. Okay, this attack is light based and it cannot be reflected or stopped by a magic barrier. Okay. Marissa hasn't learned anything, but she did gain some skills from investing into her rod skill tree. This cures poison, and I believe this is similar to Mana Shield. That is, if you receive damage from a magic based attack, some of the damage is reduced, but at the cost of some of your MP. And this is her lightning elemental single target attack. Yakren. You did learn something, didn't you? Yes. This is a single target buff and it increases your accuracy. Okay, time to prepare for the Alice fight. The party that I'm going to use is Marissa, Sanae, Nicole, Sakia and Patchouli, with Aya as my commander. Now I know people will have different ways of doing boss fights. I'm just going to show you my way because I've found it to be either reliable or fast, mix of both, or hilarious. Now, as for equipment, just equip what you need. It's not really that hard. But McCall... Actually, I should use a better axe on you. Yeah, let's use this one. Oh, actually... No, I better not. I'm gonna lose some accuracy. And speed. Let's keep the gamer fan on. Anyway. As you can see with my accessories, I'm only using elemental resistance accessories because that's all you need for this fight. So just make sure you spread them out. And just note that Mako has the ice accessory because she is somewhat weak to ice and I needed to cover for that. Also Patchouli is weak to light attacks, so that's why I equipped the light accessory on her. Okay, in terms of skill trees, I put points into Marissa's Spark skill tree because that's the main attack you'll be using against Alice. However, I also invested points into her elemental skill trees because you will need those elemental attacks for her, or for Alice's support. Then leftover points are shoved into Rod and her Mushroom to get more magic attack. Sanae, I shoved pretty much all my points into this skill tree. Why? Well, this is her buff skill tree and it affects her party buffs. So that's all pretty much Sanae is going to be doing, aside from one particular situation, which I will explain when we get there. So as you can see, this will increase the cast speed, duration, as well as strength of party buffs. Okay, shove everything into Axe, no brainer, and any leftover points get prioritized on attack, then HP. Sakia, same deal. Prioritize on your two-handed sword skill tree. Well, I invested in this skill tree because I wanted the plus 10 accuracy. Sakia can miss, and she misses fairly often against bosses, so the accuracy might help here. Patchouli, shove all your points into here, affects her spell damage. Leftover points, try to get some magic attack. That's about it. And I'm going to invest in this skill tree because I want bombs. Why bombs? You'll see. Now, I do believe that's... spells. Important spells. Marissa put Spark on her and her 3 elemental single targets, then the other 2 you can put whatever you want. Sanae, you have your heal, and her party heal, and you need this attack It is Earth base, large AoE. You'll see why. This is her magic attack buff. Obviously you'll use it. Nicole, just shove everything you have on her. See? She doesn't have anything else. Sakia. You really need only this double attack, but you can also bring this along, which disables HP regen. It's up to you. But surely just bring in all your strongest spells, or almost all your spells. I didn't bring this in because it costs us way too much. Actually, I should bring... No, I better not bring that in. Yeah. That's all you need. Just Patchouli's not gonna attack that often, to be quite honest. Okay, now let's start the fight.